Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing today? The date is now July the 9th. It's a Monday. It's about 11:30 Central Standard Time, right before noon, and we're going to go over Bitcoin. You guys wanted me to get a new camera, or sorry, a new microphone. Here we go, guys. New microphone. I just got it for you guys. Let me just grab the box here. Picked up a Blue Yeti. So normally like 180, but I picked it up for about 130 Canadian because just price matched. And yeah, it was the closest and most convenient one. I apologize for having a crappy microphone before. The one that you guys normally see me use is this one right here. It's just a headset, right? But now I got more of a professional studio quality type of microphone. Well, to my standards at least, right? And I have a bunch of microphones, but they're just like crappy, or I'm too lazy to find them, to be honest. Or I left it at my folks or something like that. So now we're going to go over Bitcoin. A lot has happened and a lot has not happened. So what is my general bias right now overall? My bias is bear, because of these positions that I'm clearly in right now, okay? And we're gonna go over a new format for my videos every time, which is to give you my general bias and my positions for the day, while also just talking about why I'm in it and how it correlates to the market, right? And you know, what are some of the decisions that I made to enter these shorts? What are some RR setups as well for it, okay? So first of all, very quickly on Metaverse, I would like to explain to you guys the psychology of a hanging man candle. Think of this as the bulls just attacking, right? But finally here, the bears started attacking a little bit with that wick down. Right here, actually the bears started attacking, then they started attacking more, right? Here, more so the bears defend it by pushing it down. Here and here, the bears have actually went on the offense. That's why there's a long wick. But the bulls have defended them. We have to keep that in mind. But the significance of these two candles over this 24-hour period together here is that the bulls were not in 100% control anymore. They were starting to lose steam, right? That's why the bears were pushing down. That's why I'm in a short right now. I cannot get too many of these ETP, metaverse positions filled because there's just simply no one funding. Now, if you guys are actually in, you're trying to, like for example, you see here where it says margin limit, this keeps, doing that, right? Keeps getting canceled. The reason it does that is because there's not enough people who are actually contributing to the funding account. So there's just no margin money to go around, right? It's not like there's a limited amount of tokens. So I'm a little bit down on that guy. And the next position that I'm in right now is an Ethereum Classic short. I've been waiting for this guy to drop for a fairly long time now, guys. And I do think it's going to drop very, very, very soon. It's just a matter of time. So let's still check out this short right here, okay? It actually fell down quite a bit already while I stepped out of the place. It fell down about 1.46%. Decent, right? Pretty decent. I could have easily made myself a $200 payday or something like that already. But I'm going to be adding more to my position. So the big reason why I am in this particular short right now is because these two regions right here, body-wise, very similar price action, right? But we're losing steam being lost. And I just cannot help but think that this will eventually just break down out of here. I don't think that this is an ascending triangle of any sort for RSI where it's trending higher, okay? That's why I think that's going to break down. And a very respectable retracement level for that is, for me, on a conservative level of about 2.5% gain. So I'm bear on both right now. Now let's go over and shift over to Bitcoin and talk about what's going on with Bitcoin as well, okay? So Bitcoin, guys, trending extremely low right now, okay? You guys remember I'm sorry for right clicking. I'm going to try to stop right now. Remember I was talking about a break above 66.30? Potential to go long on it, right? You guys keep your mind on that. But the real breakout's obviously around the 67s, 67.75, 68.50 region, right? That's the real resistance right now on Bitcoin. So take a look right here, okay guys? I'm gonna go to like a lower time frame, like on a 5-hour time frame, so we can all see incredibly clearly right now what is going on with Bitcoin and where this resistance comes from. So we take a look far back, all the way from June. And what we see is that this resistance is serious, guys. Like, we're talking about this whole region right here, which I will highlight in different levels and layers, okay? So was it really surprising that we reached a wick in that region? So this region is almost a no trade zone as well, right? Like we've been talking about that for a while now. It's more like a be interested in it zone and maybe accumulate a little bit, but the real accumulation would have, not accumulation, but just to add to your position was definitely around 66.30 range. That's what I was emphasizing for days. So if you guys were to actually enter this position right here, you know, that would have been a very viable target to around possibly 7K. But right now, guys, this resistance has been formed for the past, what's the date now? July the 9th, so about 20 days already. So extremely strong resistance. We really need to break this right here, guys, like around 6,800-ish. If we break 6,800, maybe we'll hit 7K, but honestly, I just cannot even see us like trending that much higher right now, okay? I'm gonna give you guys like one possibility from this perspective right here. So let's just say that this actually was an impulse wave upwards, right? Well, then maybe we're just gonna end up bouncing up here right now because we are trending and squeezing into an ascending type of triangle. But how many times have we seen these kinds of things break down, right? Everybody here was bullish for a while, right? Remember this? Ascending triangle, everybody was trying to say because we were getting some, you know, a few touches. But yeah, we saw what happened right there. So this is a very similar type of format as well right now in terms of it's setting up for a drop, like for a major bear trap. So like around the 6,800 region, right? If we don't break like right here, guys, this high, 6,850, if we don't break out of there with lots of volume, we're talking about volume like these ones over here, like right there, right here, right here, right? Really large volume to pump it up, well broken above the resistance around here, 6,850. Because what we need to do is we need to propel out of it, the resistance at that range, with enough force so that we can actually bounce off of it again to get higher highs, right? So right now, from this perspective right now of just like price action, it's hard for me to believe that we're actually going to uptrend any further right now. Because I just look at it on even a low time frame. Like my favorite lately has been like 20-minute charts as well, right? Like let's say on a 20-minute chart, like we can't even break above a 55 EMA, you know? On a 30-minute chart, we're just sideways, guys. It's so sideways right now. Like for the past, you know, while now, how long? For about 18 hours now in this range. We really need to break out of here, like the 6750 to the 6850 range, and see what kind of volume and reaction in the market we're going to get first, right? But right now, I'm very unsure which way this is actually going to go, to be quite honest, okay? Because you look at it from a price action perspective, and you're getting on some time frames like a bounce above the 55 EMA, right? So it looks like it's going to shoot up. But until it breaks this specific region of mine as a day trader, because we're getting some contact there as well, right? Here, and lots previously over here as well. Until we either break above or below, that's where I'll be more sure of my position, right? So if it breaks down, I'll be incredibly happy and I'll add more to my position because I'm generally bear to begin with right now, right? I mean, here are my positions that are starting to reflect. Both of them are fairly positive now. You look at ETC, where's Metaverse here, or ETP rather, 24 cents down. So I'm doing okay on both of the positions. I think they'll turn out to be fairly well positioned sizes as well, right? Okay, so let's look at it from a different perspective now, right? Let's go look at it from an Elliott wave perspective. Now, a lot of people do not consider this a first wave down, to be clear, right? A lot of people don't consider this a first wave down at all right now. A lot of people are more so considering this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this was the fifth one right there. I gotta break it down to a lower time frame. Give me a second. Right here, yes. Okay, so there's possible counts. Let me just lay out both of them for you guys. This is one count right here, where I'm very uncertain of it, because I could subdivide this into 5 if I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna not do that, okay, and not grasp on straws, and assume that that one is actually that big of an impulse wave up. So I'm gonna have to assume that like this is the first one, honestly. That's the first one right there, okay? I'm gonna have to assume that that's the second one. This is the third, that's the fourth, and the fifth, just like that. Because if we take a look at the subdivision as well, take a look at this, guys, right? This is 1, 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's the 5 right there. And this one here could be seen as like a truncated C or even an A, B, C, D, E, right? So some people have been calling this an A, B, C, D, E as well, where that part right there broke outwards. And then we get this right here, okay? A, B, C, D, and E, where it comes down like that. And just these width regions poke out of it. Do you guys see what I'm talking about right here, okay? Let me just make it white and a little bit bigger. So that's the A, B, C, D, E that broke out of it, where you would have taken the chance, right, to go up. So now what I'm thinking of a possibility for the bullish scenario, so I've got to be very careful of this, okay, because this is what's going to determine if I'm going to stop myself out or not for my shorts. So what I'm looking for is to see if this is actually going to propel upwards, okay? If it does propel upwards, wonderful. Then we're going to get ourselves a fairly good target right around, well, this one hit 1618. This one's got a really good chance to hit about 261.8. So it could hit even around 7K ranges, right? So then what this means is if this is actually the first impulse wave up, right? So this right here is the first wave up like that. This is the second wave down, okay? And this one right here is actually just the first set of the first wave, right? Where that could go to, you know, around here, okay? Just like that. So I'm just gonna guess, not guess, but be very conservative and just say like 7,100. It's my guess, like the highest that it'll get, okay? The highest it'll get around there, 7K to 7,100 if it breaks out. So right now, if it actually breaks well above the 6750 and the volume starts to shoot up, I'm gonna probably close my short positions, guys, right? That's what I'm hoping for. So this is the bullish view, which will actually counter my play right here. So if we actually get this extension right here, then this would actually mean this. Let me explain it to you guys, okay? It would mean that this right here is now the A, that's now the B, and that's now the C, right? On the on a larger degree, okay? So then that is what it could possibly mean, where we get a C, something like that up there. And then after that, we get a massive correction to the downside, okay? So this is a bullish view where we get up there, but after that, of course, it's a fairly bearish view, right? So other than that, but if I were to count, for example, a bearish view, then this entire thing isn't wrong, right? From an Elliott wave perspective, we simply break down out of this ascending triangle, and then we just correct, say, an entire range here. So if we ended up correcting, I always try to target, right, like, you know, around these ranges, just to try to see if it's going to bounce off of, right? But if it actually breaks down out of there, that's where I'm going to end up closing my short positions when BTC reaches about this price as well, right? So make sure we don't see it from the perspective of, like, you know, I'm trying to give you guys calls and stuff. Make sure you guys are trying to watch my videos and trying to understand why I'm rationalizing these specific plays. So always, guys, reject that notion of yours if you're thinking for a moment that we try to predict and then try to always be right? It's not like that. You guys cannot just lean one way permanently. You can't be a perma bear, you can't be a perma bull. You got to make sure that you try to look at it from a lot of different angles. This way, when you see it from the perspective of, if this happens, then that can happen as well, right? If and only if, or if this, then that, right? This way gives you a way to cover yourself if something does happen. So let's just say something happens, right, where we don't get too much conviction up here and we only end up breaking up to like around there, then I wouldn't cut my loss. I would just stack more on my short, right? Because I would expect it to come down. So that's exactly what I would do, okay? Otherwise, if there's a lot of volume, then of course I would cut my short, right? So this really depends on, it's going to impact a lot of things right now. Like, I'm not really that up on my positions, right? Not like gigantically. If you take a look at Metaverse right here, just as an example, I'm doing pretty good on Metaverse. Like, you know what? Yeah, like Metaverse is up 1.54%, right? That's actually a lot when you think about it. It's actually, that's a huge, like, I wish I could add more to my position, to be honest, okay? But it's pretty cool how you're playing a $2,600 position and you're up like 50 bucks, right, on 1.54%. So imagine if it was up like 3%, I'd be up $100 on such a tiny position to me. Because normally I play like, you guys know, like anywhere between 50 to 60 to 80 sometimes, right? So that's pretty good so far. So Bitcoin, guys, yeah, like longer term, I don't really care about it too much longer term, right? Because I'm a day trader. And even though I said I was going to swing more, clearly that really hasn't happened much, right? So this is my main count, guys, like my absolute main count, where it did an A, B, C, D, E, broke out, and then now it's doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to make the final A, B, C, D, E correction. Then we finally break down. So once again, like if we break above the 6750 ranges right around here, okay, watch it, guys, keep an eye on it to about 6850. If there's enough volume, right, like it's such a small gain to me, right? We're talking about like a 3% gain, but to some people it's worth it. But the 3% gain to go up, right, can be like 6% gain for other coins, right? So keep an eye on it, guys. But I really don't think it's going to get to 70, like 100-ish. Like Eric Cho thinks 7,200 maybe, right? But I personally think only 7,100 at most, like maybe 70, 68. And then we most likely correct to one of these regions first and then test the bounce. So my goal is to basically, you know, I'm basically racking up all my shorts, right? When it does the A, B, C. And then I'm hoping to, you know, generally speaking, I'm hoping to get a short position of whatever coin for where Bitcoin hits the top. And then we write it down. Because this is a very juicy risk to reward right now. And the risk to reward, it heavily favors the bears a lot more than the bulls right now. Because the bulls can only gain, for example, you know, like 1.71%, like $120 up. But the bears could gain like $600 down, for example. Like that's a really big amount. Or sorry, $300 down. So let's look at it from a few other perspectives right now as well, like RSI and the daily chart, okay? Actually, let's go really far back and go to the weekly, or higher time frame, I meant. Weekly is looking good, guys. Do you guys remember how I mentioned last week that like guaranteed that it was going to be a very like a bullish month of July in general, in my opinion, right? Of course, we might have some like one down week, but I was talking about a tweezer pair combo. You guys remember that? A tweezer pair combo is basically two candles like this with very similar sized wicks, right? Which indicates that over the past 2 weeks that the bulls have tried, or sorry, the bears have tried to push it down, but the bulls have defended it with this wick. And every time the bulls or the bears tried to push down, the bulls defended it by 6% over 2 weeks. So that is a very significant factor, okay? And now we're gonna wait for this week's close. Or sorry, the week actually just closed, guys, and we closed with a really bullish candle. Like it's a really bullish candle with pretty decent volume that is waning off though. So this week I would expect it to be, you know, I would expect it to be a fairly green body, you know, maybe to about like 70, like maybe 8K, or sorry, 7K at the highest, 7.1K. And then we'll probably get a wick down, and I think they're going to fight throughout the whole week. Now let's take a look on the daily. Yesterday closed off with a very bearish candle, guys. Like this is more like a bear spinning top / tweezer combination pair. So it's not looking good right now for the bulls, guys. Like, so on a 12-hour candle, we're just getting a series of like, you know, we're getting a series of a wick first of all, then a doji, then a bear spinning top, and then a doji. And now we're sitting with a doji again. So this is kind of like a key number right here for them to want to be at, okay? We want to stay above the 55 EMA on a 12-hour. Actually, let's do a moving average analysis as well. Okay, we see that on the 90-minute chart, well over the 55 EMA on a 90. On a 1 hour chart, 1 hour above it. Yeah, like on a 2 hour above it, 4 hour above it, 5 hour above it, right? Like 6 hour above it, 12 hour above it, right? 12 hours, definitely we want to stay above it, but the daily, we're definitely still under it, right? So yeah, so here's where it is. I don't think that we're just going to get to the 55 EMA on a daily and just shoot right past it, right? Like here's where the resistance is right around. Like we're talking about 7K, 7.1K. So at every time frame right now, pretty much we're trending upwards, okay? But you know, the 5-minute chart for day traders, we're fighting. It's just a big battle right now between the bulls and the bears. On the 10-minute chart, same thing as well, right? Yeah, like, so it is definitely sideways right now. So now what we want to say is it losing steam? We need to ask ourselves that. And for example, here, we're just seeing a series of a lower low and also a lower high as well. So we're still on the downside of the histogram on the 3-hour chart, right? We simply just cannot break into very, very high RSI as well. This was the highest peak that we got on the RSI, and that one right there was so low. When it got it, it signaled to the market to definitely short it as well, right? So I just keep getting, I just keep seeing it, like looking like it's setting up to drop right now after it makes like maybe one more wave up. So we just look at here as well, okay? We take a look at the MACD and the histogram. Doesn't that just look like the formula for it to not really just skyrocket, but like, you know, go down? Because after it hovers like that for a while, like anywhere, right? It wants to come down, you know? Like I can't even find anywhere like on history-wise on 6-hour chart where it's hovering like that sideways, like from the where it comes from the downside, like right there, right? It comes from the downside and it hovers and it just goes up instead. I can't see a single case of it, right? Yeah, so you guys know where my bias is right now. Like I'm a little bit up on my position, but you guys would not believe me if I told you that I haven't had a losing day in a long time, guys. And if you don't believe me, like I'm happy to send you guys all my information like for if you guys want to audit the trades. Last time I lost a trade, guys, was June 23rd when I lost a $700 loss. Lately, I've just been focusing on basically two strategies, right? I'm waiting for wave 5. Honestly, I just wait for wave 5. And I haven't really traded too much heavily compared to before. You guys used to see me take like 20 trades a day, right? Now it's about 3-4 trades a day. Super high probability on a wave 5, or perhaps catching a bounce from wave A down to B, or perhaps shorting from B to C, right? But trying to catch a short from wave 5, trying to catch a breakout from wave, wave 2's retracement, breaking up to wave 3, and also trying to catch C. And because I'm focusing on these super high probability Elliott wave plays combining with RSI, man, the probability for a win rate, guys, has been just wicked lately. And a lot of the people on Udemy that follow me, guys, like I'm getting to you guys. I bought this microphone honestly for you guys because I'm going to be going through all my Udemy, right? Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Udemy. I'm going to actually go through every single question, like starting today. There's about 400. I'm going to write out the responses that you guys don't see that. I'm going to write it out first of all in my own time, and then I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to do Q&A and put all of those questions in one like really long video, right? I'll leave out the personal stuff, of course. So this way I can respond to it by text on the Udemy site to show you guys that I really do support and want you guys to be successful, and I also want to be there for you. I've just been very strapped on time, guys. I get about 1,000 messages a day, but I can only respond to about 150 a day. And but now it's gonna be a lot better because I've come up with a really good system with this video. Then I reply to you guys by text, and I'm also gonna be able to reply to you guys by a video format. Cause let's face it, I'm not really a good typer. Like I don't communicate well by text, by words, like through a computer. I communicate better, as a person through video, and I can give you guys much, much better help when I provide video content that can supplement your learning. So other than that, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, like, I just cannot help but think, yeah, you guys know where I stand, honestly. Like, if we break, 67.50, 68.50 range, sure, we'll hit about 70, 90, like 70, 68. And after that, the big short begins. I think people are going to really rack it up. Let's take a look at BTC shorts right now, okay? BTC shorts on a 30-minute time frame are starting to really rack up right now, okay? We're at about 20,000 shorts that have, we've gained up to 284 Bitcoin shorts. Okay, it's not that much. We're at about 22K Bitcoin right now in shorts, and let's compare it to BTC longs, okay? BTC longs are really dropping right now, guys. They're so dropping right now. It's at 35K, but earlier it was at like 30s. Like 34.75K. So yes, the longs are getting liquidated right now, it seems, right? Like this graph right here, this chart right here simply shows that obviously the longs are dropping, and on the other one it showed that the shorts were increasing. So what kind of market sentiment does that give us, right? It kind of gives us the idea that people are selling more into short positions right now than they are actually going long. So we always have to get like a general vibe of that as well. So other than that, I will update you guys later throughout the day. Thank you very much for being extremely patient. Please, guys, if you're watching this video, I've had a lot of people say to me that, oh, I paid a week ago for Udemy with crypto, right? Guys, I'm telling you, I get so many messages on Twitter. You guys have no idea like how hard it is to filter through it. You guys have to tweet me, okay? Trust me, the last thing that I'm after is to run away with your money. It's not like that. I want you guys to get access to my crypto course if you have paid by crypto, or to my crypto course if you paid by crypto. I want to give you guys access to it. It's just, it's really difficult for me to filter out through all the messages. And I'm actually going to be removing crypto entirely as payment. It's just too much of a hassle for me. So make sure you guys are tweeting me in a DM. Make sure you guys are following up with me. Tweet to me on Twitter that you guys, need to get in touch with me because you paid for it. It's been a while. Message me on Twitter again, okay, guys? And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. I really hope that you guys stay cautious right now. Please try to stay cautious because I don't believe that we're going to be like skyrocketing anytime soon. Okay, like we just look at my position for here. It's getting nailed down right now. Like if you guys take a look at Ethereum Classic, right, like it's shooting down to like 18,315 again. But either way, I'm in profit. If I break even, I break even. If it goes a little bit higher, I'm probably gonna end up laddering my positions even more. Because I want to have, like, I'm going to reply to you guys all day on Udemy, but I'm hoping for a $1,000 payday still today, okay? So see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.